These are probably some of the prettiest coasters that I've ever made out of epoxy resin, and they were so easy. They sell really, really well at art and craft shows, but I think I might be keeping these for myself because they are just so pretty. So watch the video and find out how easy these are to make. You can make these too. So I am going to use my Let's Resin leveling table. It's calibrated for this exact spot. And just to give me a little bit of extra room, I'm just going to use this board. It gives me a little bit bigger surface area for all my cups and whatnots. So these are the geode coaster molds. I'll have a link in the description. And I'm just going to clean them with a bit of tape to make sure all the residual resin is out of there. Big old hunk there. This is probably the easiest and quickest way to clean your silicone molds. And I've had these for quite a while. And would you believe that these hold 50 milliliters? Well, the medium ones, these two probably hold a little bit less, but 50 milliliters, believe it or not. So I've already mixed up my resin. I'm using the Let's Resin UV resistant resin. It's a 1-to-1. And I've mixed up 250 milliliters because I do think these two hold a little bit more than these. I think these are 50 and these maybe a little bit more. I don't know. So I do try to use the silicone cups for mixing my colors whenever I can, just because, you know, I don't want to throw so much in the trash. Now, this is a plastic cup, but I'm going to clean it out and I can reuse it over and over again. All right, so I am going to do 2 main colors and then a little bit of white, not as much white as I normally have done. And I'm using Let's Resin. This is a fluorescent green. This is not the one I wanted to use. But I'm going to use this blue. This is an opaque resin dye from Let's Resin. But this is not the green I wanted. Well, I guess we're using fluorescent green. My other green is gone AWOL. Mix it up. I can still see it settling on the side there. Okay, that's good. And then the Let's Resin Ocean White for the white. So let's get a little bit of white. And this is probably, I don't know, a couple of ounces, 2 ounces maybe. And then the rest I'm going to split into these 2 cups. With a little bit of clear left over. Now the blue, I'm just going to kind of guesstimate how many drops. This is not as dark as I wanted it. I may have to help it out a little bit. And then the green, same. This is actually a pretty color green. So 5 drops each. That's not, I need something a little bit darker. I'm going to mix the opaque resin dye and then the translucent resin dye. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but we're going to find out. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Because I just wanted not a light blue, but not a dark blue either. So kind of an in-between blue. I like that. That's pretty. Oh, need a lot more of that. And the green is a translucent dye. And then the blue is a mix of translucent and opaque. So this green is definitely translucent. But it's still pretty. I mean, I like it. that's fine. For the white, yeah, less of the white than I've used before. Ugh, this top is leaking. So 1, 2 drops. I'm not going to make it as heavy as I have, because I think the more pigment you put in, because this is that pigment paste, the heavier it gets. And so you'll still get a good crackle, but it just dominates. The white just absolutely dominates. Okay. So I am going to start out with the blue. Around the edge. Because I was not liking the look that I had before when I sort of had some like empty space along the edge. And I did not like that. I don't like to have empty space. Use it all up. And so I like to wipe my sticks off so that I can use them again. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the green in the middle. Until it kind of fills in the gap. Get in there. I think I might have enough. Give it a wipe. Not as much white. And it's a little bit thinner. It's about equal. And then these cups, I'm going to let the resin cure in these cups because I have a surprise coming up. All right, now I don't see, this is what I should have mixed up more resin because I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Now I'm going to go in with my clear. And just push that out. So I don't have enough. I think I made this mistake last time. I need to mix up 300. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up more.
I was a little worried about adding resin on top of what I had already poured and interrupting the crackle process, and I probably could have left them as is, but it did work out in the end.
Okay. Now I'm going to put, look at that. Look at that. One stupid little piece of glitter. Got it. Okay. Oh, did I overfill? I might have just a tiny little bit. And I'm gonna just pop some heat real quick because I don't have my torch yet. But I am just gonna real quick, low heat, just popping bubbles.
Just be careful when you use heat with silicone molds because it could make your resin too hot and actually melt your mold.
Okay, it is what it is. This one is closing up nicely. I am liking it. All right, so I'm going to show you how I clean out my cups. I'm going to just wipe it out with a paper towel. Just wipe out the inside. Then I'm going to take some alcohol and wipe it out again. Do it one more time. And then the outside is nice and sticky too, so just give it a good wipe. And that's pretty much it. Voila. Good as new. Well, not really as good as new, but good enough. I had a crazy idea. I'm not real wild about glitter, but I absolutely love seed beads. And I'm thinking about putting some right in the center and just seeing what happens. These are from the dollar store. This is from my haul that I had one time where I bought out everything that they had on the shelf. How in the heck does this open? I have no idea. Well, that was fun, trying to open this. I just want to put some in the middle. I'm gonna kind of feel like mixing these up a little bit, but I'm just gonna drop some right in the middle. Not a lot. And just kind of see what happens. The resin is already getting a little bit thick. It's sinking. Like I want it to sink. I don't need this to float. Right? Let's just see what that does. I like that. Okay. And now we wait. Okay. I'm still in my pajamas. And I haven't had my coffee, but I can't help it. I have to look at these. Everything is cured. A little bit of resin on my table, but I don't really care. I think these may still be a little bit bendy. Nice dome on the top. Nice color on the top. These molds are thin, so they demold really easily. Don't mind my fingernails. Y'all look. Oh, one little fingerprint there. Oh my goodness. Oh, Even the little beads turned out great. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Okay, so definitely adding less pigment in the white was key. Oh, I even love this one. This is really cute. Why haven't I not done this before? Oh my goodness. You know, I could add, I don't know what that fingerprint is. There's something in the mold, maybe? I must have put a fingerprint. Yep, I must have put a fingerprint in the mold. I can see it right there. So I might just top coat this one with a little bit of resin. I could put a top coat on the back side. But I like both sides. Oh, I think I'm gonna love this one too. Look at that. I like the little beads in the middle. It's kind of like a geode, sort of. I love this crackle. It's very subtle. So the colors themselves are very, very subtle. I probably could have had a little bit more blue pigment in there, and definitely the green. The green is very, very, very subtle. Like very subtle, very subtle. You can see the green more on the pour side. Yeah, I love it. I think these molds are just about at the end of their life. They're a little bit rough. So they're a little bit rough inside the mold. So I've got some blemishes on them on that bottom surface, but I don't know what the purpose is of the clear. I don't know if that helps the colors separate. Like this one, you can't even see the clear layer. Oh, I know what it is. I poured clear in these two after a few minutes because I had to pour more resin. So that's what it is. So these two were done second. So they didn't close up quite as much. See? So, but that's okay. I like them. I still like them. I love them. I don't even need to trim. There's no rough edges at all on these. None. So overfilling just slightly gives me a nice dome. I don't have to do a thing. Now I could, if I wanted to, take a, I don't know, gold marker, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll leave them just like they are. So what do you think? I think this is a win. Absolutely love them. Absolutely. I think these will sell really, really well. I just got to decide on how much. So, I mean, there's no perfect formula for pricing. You also have to think about your market and what your demographic, your area can support. So you don't want to overprice and then it sits on the shelf. I would rather underprice a little bit or price it more fairly. That way I can move my material, move my product, and I'm not sitting on product and taking a bunch of stuff home. So I'd rather sell it. And that way more people can enjoy my art. Right. So there we have it. Make it a crafty day, friends. Bye.